In today's video, we're making Yamatsuki cabbage and reviewing Fantasian Neo Dimension. If you want the ingredients and the recipe, I have it posted below in my Discord, so join that for all future recipes from all my future videos. Fantasian Neo Dimension was originally released on Apple devices in 2021 under the name Fantasian. On December 5th, 2024, it was released on PC and consoles under the name Fantasian Neo Dimension, now with updated graphics, an easier difficulty mode, some gameplay adjustments, and voice acting in both English and Japanese languages. It was developed by the father of Final Fantasy, Hironobu Sakaguchi, and his studio Mistwalker, with the music composed by the legendary Nobuo Uematsu.
Slam it!
The story of this game starts off in traditional Final Fantasy VII fashion. The main character is in a facility who has lost his memories, has sudden headaches, and must fight a giant mech before being teleported out. So pretty much the beginning of Final Fantasy VII. Overall, the story has been very interesting and has me wanting to know more about what this world is and what's exactly going on with these things called mechteria. I've put about 5 or 6 hours into the game so far, and I've yet to get bored or get that uninterested feeling on what's going on. I am genuinely interested and want to keep playing, which doesn't happen often anymore. The combat is probably one of my favorite recent turn-based combat systems I've come across in a while. You have your standard attacks that damage enemies in front of you, but what's really cool is that some of the skills you get allow you to slash through multiple targets if they're in a line with each other. And magic is even more interesting because you can curve your magic attacks to get enemies that are not in a straight line. At some point in the game, you get a device that allows you to prevent random encounters by storing them, but it comes with 2 caveats. 1, it stores enemies you have only already defeated in battle, so if a new enemy is in a zone, you must first fight that enemy, then you can begin to store it and skip that random encounter. And 2, it only holds up to 30 enemies, meaning you will need to clear it out before it reaches its capacity or the random encounters will begin again. So once you're ready to clear it out, you will have to fight all the encounters it's been storing in one fell swoop, which to me isn't too bad because it just lets you kind of grind all these enemies out in one giant battle. So that's pretty cool, I think. Speaking of battles, in this version of the game, you can swap out the battle music with previous Final Fantasy games at any time. I personally prefer the original battle music of this game, but if that's not your cup of tea, you can swap it out with music of, let's say, Final Fantasy 16 or the Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster battle music. The game does encourage exploration with chests scattered around the maps, and I think it has a decent amount of areas to explore, from zones to the world map as well. But I'm an explorer when it comes to these types of games, so I've definitely always check out all the zones and all the areas you can get, just in case you find that random chest in a little nook and cranny that you just didn't think to look into before. Now let's talk about the voice acting.
Leo, are you okay?
The magical explosion appears to have rendered Master Leo inoperative. The detonation radius is increasing. If we do not quickly leave, we are doomed.
Personally, I think it's pretty good, and I'm always for adding voice acting in games, especially today when so many games would benefit from it. There's a lot to learn from the world and its characters, and having it be voiced just further enhances it, where only reading it can't, or it's hard to interpret from just reading it at times. But that's just a personal preference of mine. I'm always all for voice acting. It adds such a depth to the game that just text can't do, in my opinion. I do have 2 issues with this game that I think would really help the experience for players. The first is I think there should be a way to sprint to help with travel time. I know the areas are small, but when you're like me and you explore every corner of the map, having a way to backtrack quickly is a pretty big plus, I think. This would also add to the amount of combat scenarios as well. So my next issue is I wish there was a ×2 speed battle option. This would again really speed up battle process. Not that battles are long or anything. It's a feature I personally have come to enjoy in some of the games lately, and I'd like to see it added to other games like this one as well. So again, nothing massive, it's just personal preference, just to speed things up a little bit. Overall, Fantasian Neo Dimension is a great game with an intriguing story, interesting characters, and a great combat system. And of course, the music. I have been very much enjoying my time with it, and I can see myself continuing to explore and learn more about this world and what the heck the mechteria are. Thank you so much for watching. For more videos like this, or just video game recipes in general, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. I do live stream classic RPG games, so if you want to swing by, I am live stream every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to swing by, be sure to swing by, say hey. I'll see you guys next video. Peace.